And that new path was one that would lead me to question the very essence of success as I knew it. And it would leave me in a place where I felt I had no choice but to reject the mediocrity that so many of us are taught to accept. And not only taught to accept, but taught to accept with gratitude. The old business paradigm is crumbling before our eyes, and the world needs high-achieving entrepreneurs who are ready to break the mold. Welcome to the Epic AF podcast, where groundbreaking, paradigm-shifting change is the only option. If you're done with standard methods and you're ready to disrupt, then you are in the right place. I'm Kelly O'Neill, an award-winning brand strategist, visionary leader, and unapologetic entrepreneur. This podcast is more than a show. It's a hub for big thinkers, the disruptors, and those that are ready to shatter outdated expectations. Subscribe now, and let's rewrite the rules of entrepreneurship together. When my business went under, it felt like the final blow, right? After years of following the so-called expert advice from oftentimes mediocre business coaches who were way better at selling than actually providing service, and pouring every ounce of my genius, blood, sweat, and tears into a vision that I believed in, I found myself staring down the harsh reality of my most epic failure, right? Despite all of my efforts, my company, the one that I had built from the ground up, collapsed. Financially, I was ruined, and emotionally, to say I was drained would be the understatement of the century. And I was left questioning everything. Here's the thing that no one tells you about entrepreneurship. The traditional playbook is broken, and it is not built for visionaries. It's built for those who follow. And I was tired of following a path that it wasn't mine, right? I had done everything that the world around me said would work. I had hustled harder. I had grind longer and scaled bigger. And yet here I was, right? Bankrupt in every sense of the word. My business was gone. And with it was the certainty that I was on the right track. But something interesting happened. In the ashes of that collapse, I saw something that I had not expected. And that was a new path. And that new path was one that would lead me to question the very essence of success as I knew it. And it would leave me in a place where I felt I had no choice but to reject the mediocrity that so many of us are taught to accept. And not only taught to accept, but taught to accept with gratitude. The path began with my shaman. And for those of you who are brand new to me, I was in a place of such desperation that I had done everything that I could think of. And I had the greatest fortune of meeting a woman, a shaman, who I started working with because I could not figure out what I had done. The business strategies that I had deployed for my clients were not working for me. And let me tell you, this woman did not offer me business advice, and she didn't offer me marketing strategies, but she did give me something so much more valuable. And that was the deepest sense of clarity that I have ever had in my life and healing that I so desperately needed. She helped me to understand that my downfall wasn't a failure. It was a redirection. I had built my life and my business out of alignment with who I truly was and who I am and what I was meant to be doing. And once I saw that, I knew that I could never go back to the way things were. I just couldn't. There was no way. I could not unsee it. Losing my business, which was one of the most painful things I'd ever been through, became my greatest gift that I could have ever received. It cracked open the door to a new way of thinking and living and leading for me that I never would have found otherwise. And I realized in this journey that the old paradigm of entrepreneurial thinking and building and models, the one that was built on the relentless hustle and superficial wins, was not designed for people like us, the visionaries, the disruptors. We need something more. We need something epic. Insolvent is my story, right? The book that I wrote, Insolvent, is my story, but it's also the story of every entrepreneur who has ever felt like they were playing someone else's game. It's about why the conventional path does not work for visionary CEOs and what it takes to build a business that is so truly aligned with your purpose and your genius. That book, it's not a how-to guide, right? And neither is this one. The book Epic as Fuck it's not a guide. It's a wake-up call. It's the truth about why you're feeling stuck, frustrated, and disillusioned by the traditional business models of success. And more importantly, it's a gateway to the understanding that there is a better way, a way that allows you to live and lead from a place of authenticity, freedom, and impact. Now, I had to lose everything to find it, but you don't. The journey that you're about to embark on in this podcast is going to show you how to stop living by rules that do not serve you and to start creating a business and life that are nothing short of epic. Because once you see the flaws in the system that I'm about to show you, there's no going back. And trust me, you don't want to. So, are you ready to stop playing small and start living epic AF? The choice is yours. But one thing's for sure, your journey to a more extraordinary life starts right now.